Now the next thing we need to do is make sure the two pieces don't pull apart. So I'm going to grab an alligator clamp that I have here. I'm just going to clamp it down while I do my first couple welds. There we go. Alright, this gets heating up. Come in and I'm just going to do some plug welding. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to plug weld it to the bottom side. This is the area where if you don't know how to do the advanced spin welding plastic with plastic welds, I recommend getting into it, learning how to do it, because that's the only way you're going to be able to do that kind of weld right there I just did. If you're trying to do a flat bead or something that they teach you in the basic welding, you're never going to get that welded. There's a reason why a lot of these guys out there can't do the more significant types of welding that there are, because they haven't advanced to the more advanced welding. Nobody teaches it. At least I don't think they do. Not according to the people I've taught in the past. Results always speak truth. At the end of the day, I don't have stuff coming back because of the welds I do. Look at that. That looks beautiful. That's beautiful, guys. It's exactly what we're looking for. So now I'm going to lay a bead down across here. I'll come to a stop right about there. With something like this, because it's going to get scraped and probably quite a bit, we want to make sure that we take our time with the weld. All right, make sure you get a really solid bite in there. Make sure the plastic is fusing both sides, not just one. Because any weak points, it'll act like a shear point and it will just take the entire thing off. It doesn't matter how much the rest of your welds are good. If that one point fails, the rest of it's going to fail. Guys, there really is a lot of science to this plastic welding. And throughout my career, what I've realized is nobody really takes the time to realize the science that goes into it. This is why I'm out here teaching it. This is why I do on-site training, because I want people to understand how to do it right. I don't want to just show you another sales pitch to buy a new tool, right? I don't want to blow smoke and tell you that it's going to be this or it's going to be that. No. I want to show you how to get it done, all right? And this is how you get it done. I'm going to take my piece off, and that's already on there. That's already on there solid. We're going to keep going. So now we're just going to lay a bead all the way down to this point right here. Why not? And then we'll do some plug welding in those holes. Torch is back on. Again, make sure you're taking your time with these welds. Don't rush this one. Especially when you're using a micro torch like this, you have a lot of control over how fast you go. So make sure you're doing it right, because the results will speak for themselves. Oh, I wish you guys could see this in this video, what it's doing right now. With the spinning, I'm getting full tie-dye effect with it. I'm getting full mixing with this. This is awesome. This is awesome. What do I mean by that? Well, that much you'll have to learn in the training. Can't give out all the secrets. Notice there's no smoke with this, guys. Folks, if you can see, When you do it right and you're taking your time and you're not rushing it and you're not overheating it, you don't get any of that smoke. You don't get any of that burn off. Reason why is because the flame burns off the oxygen. It uses the oxygen in that zone to sustain the flame. It effectively creates a vacuum. It's pretty crazy. The science behind it is wild. I think that's why I like it so much. Okay, so there's our bead. So now I'm going to weld up these holes right here. Put a lot of heat down inside the hole and shove my piece down in. Well, both of them are preheated. Now we just start rolling around the outside of the circle. Even once I've gotten to the surface, I always like to put just a little bit more plastic down. Give myself a small little button at the top, right, as you can see there. Just a small little button top. I didn't get as much of one there, and it's going to probably be a little bit low. If you give yourself a small little button on the top, it gives you enough plastic to kind of spread out and play with. You'll thank me later. I think I might be running out of gas in this torch. It's okay. Yeah. Switching to the nuke. Switching to our little more pronounced torch to finish this off. A lot more intense. The welds are going to happen much faster. This guy is awesome. All right, now we switch back to our tool here. Do our preheating of the tool. Honestly, with this tool, all it really is, it's just a heat transfer from the tool. All the oxidation, all the smoking, it's all happening on the tool. It's not actually happening on the surface. I'll pan in after I'm done so y'all can see what I'm talking about. There's no graying of the plastic on the surface. All of that is happening on the tool. It's the contact point where the plastic touches the tool. That's where the burn off is happening, just there. In fact, that backside there, you can see it's all black right now, right? We're not having oxidation there. It's just using the heat transfer where we get this thing nice and cherry red. And the heat transfer is what starts melting the plastic. Allows us to do some nice shaping. See that? Nice and smooth, nice and flat. You can see my weld along the outside here. Right? How it's nice and twisty. It's the whole point. Get a great tie-dye effect out of that, folks. So let's get this lined up for the back side and we'll show you how we do the back side. Okay. Here's the back side. See it? I'm gonna grab our bigger torch. Make sure we're on the picture here now. There we go. Give y'all a nice close-up of that. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a bead along the back side now. Just like we did along the front, but now on the back. This one's going to be a little important. In fact, I'm going to do a different rod because I want more material to back it and support it. So I'm going to use these ribbons. This will give me a lot more material to build up that little corner back there and give it some support. So when it gets hit like that from scraping on something, it's gonna have a little bit more support in the back to stop it from just peeling up. Go, got it started. And this, we might do a couple passes. Because of how thick it, or how much plastic we have to lay down there. That's too close to my hand. And something that I didn't do. I supported the front side area, but not the back side area. And that's what I'm talking about. If you're gonna do any kind of substantial welding, you wanna make sure you're putting some sort of metal backing on it, on the area where you're gonna do that welding, because it does get soft and it will move plastic. So we don't want that, all right? So let's put a little piece of metal on the back side and that will remedy that. So now with most of this, a lot of that plastic has like kind of jumped down inside the hole. So we're gonna end up coming back a second time across the whole thing. There we go. Zoom in so y'all can see that. There you go. There's the piece welded. Our time count is only at 30 minutes, so didn't take us long at all. Thanks for watching.